You missed some important news from the LGBTQ plus community this week. To ensure you are current, we are recapping that important news. Here's what you may have missed.
Let's queer up the USA View. First Lady Joe Biden tells Nashville Pride, "You are loved."
Plus community.
To celebrate the beauty and the resilience of this community. Today, I'm here on behalf of Joe, my husband, Kamala and Doug, to say loud and clear that you belong, that you are beautiful, that you are loved.
First Lady Jill Biden attended the Nashville Pride festivities Saturday to speak, sending a message from her husband, President Joe Biden, and her that they stand with the LGBTQ plus community in Nashville. The First Lady spoke on the equality main stage at the festival, which is fitting for the message she shared. She said there are those who wish to undo the progress the LGBTQ plus community has made, referring to the multiple bills state Republican lawmakers proposed this last legislative session, such as the anti-drag bill, which was deemed unconstitutional by a Tennessee federal judge at the beginning of the month, just in time for Pride. Dr. Jill Biden said that even though there are battles the community still has to face, this weekend is about joy and celebrating the beauty and resilience of the community. Her stop at Pride was brief before heading to another private political event in the area to speak. Mayor John Cooper accompanied her. Prior to their visit, barricades were placed near the stage to limit the crowd size, but Biden's message was loud and clear. Wow, this is just one of those uplifting stories of which we need more of, in my opinion. And it reminds me that in spite of all the terrible legislation that we're seeing happening, we still do have the most supportive president we've ever had in Joe Biden. I mean, from day one and from before day one. So it's a great reminder that we do have that, and we have to keep plugging away, of course. But it's great to have some positivity.
Yeah, Orlando, I have to ask you, as such a leading political advocate for our activists, for our community, seeing the First Lady go to a Pride event like this and speak on the stage, that just must have been center lane for you.
It really was, and I'll tell you what I took note about, and that is that one of the things that we always say when a presidential election year is coming up is we take note about the kind of campaign that the candidates are running. Are they going into the red states, right? Are they going into the South? Are they going to rallies? Are they doing what needs to be done that while it seems superficial, it actually really inspires and motivates voters, and it does the kind of magic that needs to happen. And so if it's starting now with Pride and it continues all the way through November of 2024, we're on the right track, right? Like no small stump is too small to have to do. So this is really important. I love seeing this, and looking forward to seeing more.
It reminds me that something we all need to remember, that people who don't live in the South or maybe don't live in rural areas, that queer people, people of color, we're here, we're out here in the South, and you can't just write off the entire portion of the nation as not being progressive, because that's just not the truth. So our leaders need to come talk to us.
And to that point, it would be so easy for the White House not to do this. Really, the easy choice was to not do this. But Nashville and the state of Tennessee has been in the headlines over anti-trans, especially anti-drag. They got to it before even we did in Florida, and by the way, we're celebrating the federal ruling there. And we're watching a supermajority state legislature. Oh wait, another state has one, not just Florida, where a supermajority muzzles two black representatives in the state house in Nashville. And the White House's response is to voice opposition to all of those things, and we're going to throw in one of our big guns, which is to send the First Lady to Nashville to speak on. It really is a big deal. I completely agree with all three of your points. It's a big deal because it shoots a shot over the bow to say, we're not going to change that supermajority of the House in Nashville, but we're letting everybody in Tennessee know this state's important, and we're not giving up on LGBT. I think that's great. Keep watching the only television news in the world from our LGBTQ+ community and stay informed on everything that is important for and about our diverse LGBTQ+ community.